G'day everyone, Harry here. I'm just here to quickly explain the new version of our liquidity sentiment indicator that we put out yesterday. So this indicator is built off the same formula as the previous, or this bottom liquidity sentiment indicator that we've been using for a while now. It's using the same formula. The only difference is that we've separated it by time periods, and we have normalized the data. Whereas liquidity is always going to fall between, in our indicator, fall between 0 and 1. 0 being the most illiquid, and 1 being the most liquid. And so our separation of time periods works a bit like this, or works like this. If we were to take the first line, which is the thickest line, which is time layer 1, so they all get progressively thinner, time layer 5 being the thinnest line on this chart. Time layer 1 by default is set to 15. And we're on 1 hour here. So that means that we are normalizing the liquidity sentiment indicator in 15 times 1 hour windows. So every 15 hours is one time frame in this specific setup of the indicator. So when this thickest line, if this thickest line were to touch 0, that means that is the most illiquid a stock has been in its past 15-hour segment. So if we were to go through, it's looking a bit, I'd have to actually get it correct, but this is probably 15 hours here. So you can see for this line here, this thickest line, it is currently the most illiquid it has been in the last 15 hours. And that goes similarly for if you're on days, if you swap over to days. It doesn't show that in days necessarily. So for the last 15 days, the thickest line is showing very, very liquid at the moment. And then the further you come out, or the closer you go in, it's all perspective. But we've got it going from all the way from 15 time periods, which is about as small as you'd like to normalize a window. You can go down a bit smaller, but you can have a play with by yourself. And then up to 500. So for a day, that's particularly useful. This thinnest line is now showing pretty much the last 2 years of traded days. But anyway, you can go through and check these. And what it'll show is it will show the thicker the line, the more localized, or the more recent that localized liquidity is, and the thinner the line, that localized liquidity is over a much larger period of time. I hope that was adequate in explaining it. If not, let me know, and I'll send out some messages.